Welcome back to Horoscope Forecasts 369, your trustworthy companion in the cosmic journey. I'm Jenny, here to help you unlock the mysteries of the stars. No matter your zodiac, our mission is to bring clarity to your celestial path. If it's your first visit, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us daily in unveiling what the stars align for us. So, buckle up, it's time to journey through the cosmic realm and decipher the messages of the universe today, Sunday, June 25th, 2023. The astrology of today, all signs. The moon in Virgo until 6:58 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is organized, practical, and efficient. However, today's Mercury-Neptune square is anything but, and while we want to keep on top of things, it can be difficult to translate. We find it challenging to follow or clearly communicate facts, directions, and instructions. Perceptions may be confused or overly idealistic, influenced heavily by wishful thinking and imagination. We may be dealing with deception or self-deception, and it can be difficult to be discriminating. On the plus side, our minds are open to many possibilities and options. The Libra moon from 6:58 p.m. forward is relationship-focused, harmonious, and gracious, although as the day advances, we get closer to a Mars-Uranus square, which can feel a little chaotic. A rebellious spirit can set in. The moon is void from 6:25 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, with the moon's last aspect before changing signs, a trine to Pluto, until the moon enters Libra at 6:58 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Today's Aries horoscope. It's not straightforward to find hard and fast answers today, dear Aries, with a Mercury-Neptune square. Conversations, thought patterns, and problem-solving could be complicated. If you've denied yourself necessary rest, downtime, or spiritual sustenance, you'll feel especially drained now, prompting your attention to these needs. There can be some confusion related to learning, educational, communication, or transportation matters. If you're hesitant about a project or idea, take a little more time to get things right. You're especially sensitive to harsh or chaotic situations, and you may do better dreaming, imagining, and enjoying the world of creativity or imagination just for now. Today's Taurus horoscope. You're in creative, playful spirits today, dear Taurus, but the day can require some adjustments with a Mercury-Neptune square putting a veil over our perceptions temporarily. You may have misjudged the time or resources needed to finish a task, or decision-making isn't straightforward, but it may very well be for a good reason. With today's planetary arrangements, it can be challenging to see things clearly. Financial matters also need attention, and it is best to avoid lending or borrowing just for now. There can be a misunderstanding about money. Creative and imaginative activities are likely to fare much better than practical ones, but it's good to be vigilant if dealing with the latter. While you've been more objective about your financial state, talents, and resources these days, you might lack clarity today. Avoid letting others' demands, beating around the bush, or complaints drain you. Taking things step by step can be comforting. Today's Gemini horoscope. Aim to use today for imagining possibilities without jumping to conclusions, dear Gemini, allowing time to tell the truth of a matter. You may not see your future, general direction, or a career or reputation matter clearly today, which can temporarily cloud your mood or make current conversations difficult. It is best not to act on ventures and ideas for now, since the tendency is to see what you want to see, as objectivity is somewhat compromised with a Mercury-Neptune aspect in play. If goals are too far-reaching or unclear now, take things one step at a time and entertain smaller, more realizable goals until you can confidently put yourself behind something. Your imagination grows today, but possibly to the point of excess, and it's best to avoid making too much or too little of a person or situation. Today's Cancer horoscope. With today's transits, dear Cancer, there can be quite a play on your perceptions and beliefs. You could be tempted to turn on the emotional blinders about a matter you don't want to face just yet. Mercury and Neptune form a square, and it's best to make an extra effort to avoid glossing over important details. Try to assess a matter that seems too good to be true before banking on it now. Consider that you may be tricking yourself regarding a belief or goal. For now, tasks requiring mental concentration, spontaneity, or direct action may not fare well. As well, it may be best to avoid sharing a secret, as misunderstandings can abound. This can be a good time for imaginative pursuits. Still, although aspiring towards a goal is exciting, if it prevents you from enjoying the moment, you may need to focus on something more practical. Later today, you seem to need to get your domestic life running smoothly before taking on the world, or you need the space to get yourself together to function well. Today's Leo horoscope. With today's Mercury-Neptune square, dear Leo, wishful thinking can interfere with seeing a situation clearly, particularly regarding emotional attachments, relationships, and finances. With Mercury square Neptune today, watch for being indiscriminate with your money, especially if others handle it unmonitored. Try to keep abreast of what's going on with shared resources. This can also be a time when you recognize the need to take better care of your spiritual needs before pushing a plan forward, or when you need some fresh inspiration. Try not to let a temporary lack of direction discourage you. Instead, try to welcome a pause or break in your life. Today's Virgo horoscope. Your interactions can be confusing, or you could feel somewhat out of sync with someone today, dear Virgo, as Mercury forms a square to Neptune. Be vigilant if putting your faith in someone or something, or aim to reserve judgment on a matter until more information surfaces. Instead, this transit could leave you wanting to escape some of your duties, or there can be fogginess and something left up in the air that impacts your career or direction. The tendency to feel drained of energy or enthusiasm runs high, although it's only temporary and possibly serves as a reminder to take a break or get extra rest. Doing so may help restore your vision. You may even find a new source of inspiration. Consider ways to divide your attention productively going forward. Today's Libra horoscope. The desire to experience something more than the ordinary can come in like a rush today, dear Libra, but the day's Mercury-Neptune transit can play with your perceptions a little if you're not careful or aware of it. Honor your need to learn and know more, but be extra vigilant if life circumstances keep you in situations where you need to pay particular attention to details. Today's energies are not very suitable for seeing things realistically. Misleading information may be floating around you, and the tendency to forget or overlook things runs high. Consider that discontent may have its root in the need for more fulfilling, creative, or imaginative work. Make time and space for artistic or relaxing activities if you can. Later today, the moon heads into your sign, and you can feel emotionally more alive and engaged. Today's Scorpio horoscope. With today's Mercury-Neptune square, dear Scorpio, there can be confusing signals or a sense that things are up in the air, especially regarding money, support, and relationships. This theme can leave you in a state of limbo. Consider it could be a convenient time for a pause that refreshes, but watch for wishful thinking that distorts your perceptions and decisions, aiming to put your imagination to more creative, empowering, and productive use. Attempting to fill your needs for vision and inspiration may temporarily take you away from pursuing your more worldly goals, but it can be well worth the effort. Later today, the moon heads into your privacy sector, and it's best to catch your breath and process recent events and feelings. Today's Sagittarius horoscope. Today's Mercury-Neptune square points to mixed signals, off rhythms, and unusual relationship patterns, dear Sagittarius. Sharing ideas, enjoying activities with others, networking, and negotiating can be in focus these days, but there's some lack of clarity temporarily. It's a good time for dreaming up new ideas, but less ideal for discovering concrete answers or commitments. If you've spent too much time with others or honored others' needs at the expense of your needs for personal comfort, you'll feel the imbalance today. Some discontent is possible now, but it's temporary. Aim to let go of a need for definitive signs or answers, as you'll be better off enjoying the moment and taking a pause that refreshes. Today's Capricorn horoscope. You're opening up to new possibilities, dear Capricorn, but there can be some confusion along the way today. It's best not to expect concrete results with Mercury square Neptune. You can feel somewhat exasperated or drained today if you've pushed yourself too hard or neglected to feed your imagination. Your mind is likely to drift, and it can be hard to stay on course. Take a break from heavy thinking and planning and seek out undemanding activities. It's a better day for making adjustments and refinements than concrete decisions, especially with contracts, health, and work matters. Sometimes when these two planets meet, we can get carried away with impractical ideas, but if you stay grounded and resign yourself to imagining possibilities, this shouldn't be a problem. Today's Aquarius horoscope. Recent ideas can be exciting, and you might enjoy playing around with how you might turn them into something solid, dear Aquarius. However, Mercury square to Neptune today suggests our perceptions may be slightly off, possibly skewed by wishful thinking. This transit blurs boundaries, and people might skirt or overlook details or the truth. You might feel that you are missing something or failing to meet a responsibility. Go over all your duties, and if you are up to date, give yourself permission to enjoy yourself. There could be some confusing social or work situations requiring waiting things out before clarity comes. Wait before making big decisions, too, particularly related to matters of the heart and financial affairs. Today's Pisces horoscope. Slight feelings of demotivation or restlessness are possible now, dear Pisces, with Mercury square to Neptune today, but they're temporary. It's best to accept that clarity or guidance is not in the cards for now but will return in due time. There can be some confusion or lack of transparency that crops up with family or concerning domestic affairs. Someone could be pushing for an answer, but you may not feel ready to make that kind of definition or commitment. While being in limbo about a matter can be frustrating, it can also be a chance to look for inconsistencies in plans. Reorienting your thinking is a process that can take you closer to your spiritual needs, ideals, and personal dreams. Instead of worrying about a missed opportunity from the past, resolve to be more prepared in the future. Thank you for joining me here on Horoscope Forecasts 369. Don't forget to share these horoscope predictions with friends and loved ones who might benefit from them, and remember to hit the like button if you found today's predictions useful. I'm Jenny, and I'll be back tomorrow with more. Until then, keep your eyes on the stars and your heart open to the universe. Goodbye for now.